Hi everyone, we are back and we are going to do the brows for my client today. She has orangey, yellowish, warmer, reddish undertone of the color.
What?
And we are going to use Mocha and Ganache from the Clinita. Mocha is a little bit thicker and Ganache is a little bit thinner. Not every shade has the same consistency, so don't be scared when you have a thicker color. It's completely normal. There is nothing wrong with the color. It's just based on what kind of ingredients are in the formula. Okay, now I am stretching into like towards myself, towards up and towards down. You know how hard it is, because sometimes I want to talk to you, but I also want to really focus on what I'm doing, and it's so hard for me to talk and to tattoo at the same time, to do the pigmentation. So sometimes when I focus, I have to be really quiet. So I'm sorry, but now I cannot talk to you. Okay, and now we will check. Oh, it's there. It's really crisp and nice, but it's light. I think you cannot even see it through the camera. So I have to make sure I just have to stretch maybe a bit more. We'll see. Because this is still part of the tail, and we know that we cannot use a lot of pressure for the tail. So what can happen is that the skin can start to bleed a little bit. You can have a plasma if you go too deep. And the most important for me is that you also can have a grayish color in the skin straight away, which we don't want. Oh, it's better. Yeah, it's better. But I have to make sure that I use a little bit more pressure here, especially when my client has oily skin. And when client has oily skin, it means they also have a thicker skin. And see, I do it and I talk. It's so hard with me. I talk so much. Sometimes I feel like I'm so annoying how much I can talk. So we are stretching. Okay. We will move a little bit more up and we continue. We don't want to rush. We want to apply enough color in the skin. I am not using a lot of pressure. I just need to feel a vibration on my fingers. Because when you don't feel vibration, when you don't feel a response from the skin, that means that you are not implanting pigment into the skin. And we don't want to implant pigment only into the top part of the skin, because then we know that the epidermis renews itself after around 30 days plus age of the client, and after the brows are healed, they are done with the healing process, they can be really light, even like invisible. So make sure that you see and also feel response from the skin. Now I am stretching quite a lot, but I don't feel like I have a problem with my client's muscles at the moment. I feel like that she is quite relaxed and I enjoy the procedure at the moment quite a lot. Na, 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 na. Why I have chipmunks in my head, in my... Like, did you see the chipmunk movie? No. What a mistake.
We'll do it today.
Okay. On the way back home?
Yes.
Okay.
But first, I have to finish translation of your video.
Yes, this girl is my translator for the videos on YouTube. She's translating them into Slovak language. She is really busy, so she's not able to translate every video I upload, but she's trying to translate as much as she possibly can. And I'm really happy about that because I really like her, and she's really like, she has a similar personality to me. And I really like this kind of people. I like transparent people, and I like people who are crazy and who are not too relaxed, because it's so boring with this kind of people. I'm sorry, but it's boring to me, for me. See?
See, we are done.
I am so messy. I am really messy. I don't want to clean it every few seconds, because if I clean a lot, that means that I also remove the color from the skin, which I don't want to do. So I just use back and forth movements. I try to saturate the brows as much as I possibly can, and I stretch a lot, and I use these dry cotton pads, and it's so good because you can beautifully put it on your brow, and it's not moving, you know, when you work, and when you leave the pigment on the brow, it's starting to be really messy and really, what's the word? Okay, I am back. I meant slippery. I am focusing on brows, and now at the moment I feel like I am in the flow.
Ooh.
It's better than yesterday. I didn't feel really good yesterday when I was working on the client, on the brows. She was so beautiful, so amazing, but
So I'm not beautiful?
No. Oh my gosh. I'm not talking about it. I'm just saying that today I feel better. You know, yesterday I was so anxious about everything. Does it hurt?
No.
No, you don't feel it? I felt it.
I feel it, but it's okay.
It's okay?
I like it.
Well, I didn't really like it, but okay. Na, 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 na. See, chipmunks again in my head. Teresia, focus on brows instead of chipmunks.
It's because Adam, your photographer, was watching it 2 days ago.
Really?
I think so.
Really? Oh, I don't remember.
Yes, you remember. You just forgot.
Okay. So that's why. This is the reason why I heard it somewhere, and it's still in my head. Oh my gosh. Let's hope it's gonna look nice. Otherwise, I'm gonna jump out of the window here. I am in the front, and my movements are a little bit more airy, and they are more far away next from each other. And I also make sure that I stretch quite well, and the skin I work on is flat. You can see it's beautiful, it's flat, and it's stretched properly. Scratching, scratching. We can hear scratching. I hope you can hear scratching too. Tell me something good. Oh yeah. No.
Christmas.
Sure.
We have Christmas.
Christmas.
Yes, we have to sing Christmas songs.
Okay. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Here you can see that I am using a white soap from Rosa, because I don't like to use green soap from like these tattoo green soaps, because I don't know, they do not really have a good formulation. They do not really have not a lot of them have a good formulation. I am already working on my second layer, but you can see some small dots of blood and some small some small blood dots of plasma. And it's like, I wouldn't say it's a problem, it's like quite normal with this kind of skin. But what can happen is that it can heal a little bit softer. So when you see you have such a skin, you have to make sure that you implant enough pigment into the skin. If you don't implant enough pigment into the skin, this way it can heal really softly. You can see how beautiful the color is. It is quite dark, but I think it's going to heal nicely. I am not really, you can see a little bit of gradient here. I'm so happy. I'm really happy that it is in the skin like this, and I don't really have a problem to implant the pigment into the skin. I am just a little bit worried it's not gonna heal as nice as I think, or as nice as I wish it would heal. I would still work a little bit here, and other than that, it looks to me like it's really nice, and I don't want to oversaturate it. So I would work on this part a little bit. I would add a little bit of dots here, and I would say I am done with this part here. And it took me like 20 minutes to do this part, so really quickly. But it's always because I implant the pigment into the skin evenly, I stretch a lot, and I put the movements very close next to each other, so I do it in a quicker way. So now I am moving closer to the front, and that means that I am going to put my movements a little bit far away next to each other, and also use a little bit of pressure. Not a lot of pressure, on a little bit, and a lot of stretching. And sometimes I am really chaotic with the top and with the front, and I just do the movement somehow. The most important thing is to do it really far away next to each other, next from each other. How can I say it, Andrea?
Next to each other.
Next to each other. She's an English speaker, so that's why I'm asking her how to do it correctly.
How to speak correctly.
How to speak correctly. See? I love it. I really love it. I really love it. I can see a little bit of orangey color here, but I cannot do it like it wouldn't look nice if I would go so down. Not down, low. I think low is a better word, right?
Lower.
Yeah, it wouldn't look nice if I would do it lower. Soft, soft, soft. Soft, soft, soft. Skin is not so sensitive, and it's beautifully hydrated because I use this white soap, and it's not like a gel, it's more like a cream, and I really fell in love with that one. It's absolutely amazing for me. I can see some small empty spots. When you stretch really well, you can see where you didn't implant enough pigment, and I always come back and I add more because it almost always heals quite soft. I wouldn't say quite soft, I would say softly. And especially when you do cover up, you want to make sure that enough color will stay in the skin. Here I am not really sure, also because of the condition of the skin. As you can see here, there is quite a lot of plasma and blood. It's not so bad, obviously not, but I'm not 100% sure. Sometimes, like I am never 100% sure how the brows heal or how the lips heal, but here I am a bit more concerned. But also sometimes it happened to me, like not sometimes, but a lot of times happened to me that the client had quite oily skin and it healed beautifully. And sometimes what happened to me, I had absolutely amazing skin, no imperfection at all, and it didn't heal really well. So you never basically know how the brows will heal or how PMU will heal 100%. Okay, I would leave it like this. Oh no? No, I wouldn't. I have to add a little bit more at the bottom part over here, and I also have to change my gloves because they are really dirty now. Really, really dirty. But I am really happy with the color in the skin. I'm really happy how beautiful the color is, and it really matches her natural brow hair. Do you use any color for your natural hair?
No, nothing.
So this is how dark your hair is?
Yes.
Really?
Natural.
Okay, that's quite dark. But even though your client has dark hair, I wouldn't say you have to use dark color, because every dark color will heal really gray if it's not at least like neutral to a little bit like warmer side. So yeah, I used ganache, but I also used mocha, and mocha is not really cool, so I think that it could be nice. Okay, this is how it looks. Oh, it's quite dark, quite saturated for my taste. But if I would make it less saturated, there would be nothing. 1000%, then there would be nothing. It's okay. I like it. It's nice. We will see how it's going to heal. And we will move to the other side. Don't forget to make sure. Be sure that your pressure is not too much. If your pressure is too much, your tail will be gray straight away, especially with a dark brown color. Da-da-dum, 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 da-da-dum. Okay, I want to show you her brow. Can you see how much plasma she has on the brow? This is because basically it's because of her skin condition. This kind of skin with a lot of pores and a little bit of oiliness, it's just normal. How can I explain it?
It's because of her skin condition, because it's oily and skin is very thick.
Yes, skin is really thick. It's not like too thick,
With pores.
but it's on the thicker side. So that's why this is happening. And when my client has a lot of plasma on the skin straight away, I always recommend to clean the brows and remove the plasma after the procedure. Clean it really often. They have to clean it really often. Otherwise, it's gonna dry out. It's gonna dry out. How can I explain it?
It's gonna dry out.
It's gonna dry out. Now we are going to use a little bit of Rosa Balm, and I will leave it on the brow and on the skin and around skin for around, I would say 5 to 10 minutes, and then the brows are ready. They are a little bit, I would say maybe thicker. They look huge because I added a little bit of color on top, especially top part, the front part and top part, because I wanted to create a light gradient. And because it's dark, it looks like it's huge, but we will see it's not going to heal so big. And also Andrea's brows, as you could see in the previous video, they are quite thick. So if I would make it really thin now, it would be even thinner when it heals. So sometimes you have to do thicker brows when you know, especially with this kind of skin, that it's going to be a little bit thinner, a little bit more thin. You can see that her natural brow hair grows beautifully and it goes really like over here. Dun, 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 dun. It wasn't really easy for me to do these brows, but I am happy how it looks. I thought it will be worse, to be honest, so it's okay, but I'm not sure how it's gonna heal. But you know, you never know how the brows will heal, so we will see, and maybe we can adjust it on the correction procedure, because Andrea is planning to see me in 3 months. In 3 months for a course, so we can do another video. So just let us know if you liked our duo. Okay, I'm just joking. I hope no one likes this.
Everybody does.
Okay, so this is me, this is Andrea,
This is Andrea.
and we wish you a pleasant journey. Bye!